Hey y'all, it's Jessie Renee. Today I'm going to be talking to you about discouragement in your art and how to combat it. That's kind of a place that I've been in lately with my personal art, and there's a lot of stuff that's just been, really getting me down. And this is a list of things, top 10 things that I've noticed that has helped me kind of get through it and push my way through this discouragement. So hopefully it helps you out too. And while I'm talking, I'm going to be coloring in some sketch doodles that I had made earlier this year. So yeah, should be fun. So these steps are not in any particular order. This is just the order that I feel has been helping me the most. So yeah, here we go. We'll just get right into it. So step one is to be honest with yourself. Realize where you are is normal. People get discouraged all the time with their art. It's like a, part of the artist's cycle. You get discouraged. Sometimes it'll go away on its own, but if you want to get past it quicker, these are ways that you can fight it. So find out what's causing this. Be honest with yourself at why you're discouraged. Is it an art block? Are you discouraged because everything that I draw is turning out crappy, or whatever, the case may be, you've got an art block. Another thing that can cause discouragement is you are trying to make your art into a career, and you're not making as much money that you think you should, or you're not making enough to pay your bills, and you're having to pick up a job outside of your art. Or sometimes you can be discouraged because you're posting your art online and you're not getting the response that you think that your art should get, or you put your heart and soul into a piece and you get like maybe one comment on it or something, and you're not getting any response from the community. That can be discouraging too. It's like, well, if nobody even likes what I'm doing, why the heck am I even doing it in the first place? Maybe it's you're afraid that you're never going to be popular. Maybe it's a popularity thing. Or another reason could be that you just don't have any time. You've got tons of ideas and you've got so much inspiration, but you have no time. Say you're working a full-time job or something like that, and by the time you get home, you're exhausted and you're just burnt out and you don't have any energy or time left to draw. That can also get discouraging. Or even if you can't put your finger on it, you're discouraged, but you don't know why. You don't have any outside reason for your discouragement. You just are in that place. Just be honest. Hey, I'm discouraged. I don't know why, but I'm discouraged. What you need to do is you need to face it. This is part of the being honest thing. You being honest with yourself is you facing discouragement, saying, yes, I see you there, discouragement, and I am going to fight you. I'm not just going to let this discouragement just kind of run its course. I want to get back on track as quickly as I can. You have to mentally change your mentality to not just, I'm just in this slump, but you have to realize this is where I'm at and this is where I don't want to be at, so I'm going to fight it and I'm going to make myself better and get into a better place on purpose. You have to be intentional about where you want to be and that you're going to get there. Step 2 is to take care of yourself. If you are feeling frustrated with your art, just take a step back. It's okay if you put down your pencil for a little while. Go take a shower, go put on some clean clothes, even dress up really nice like you're going out somewhere. Put on makeup, do your hair, do something that'll make you feel good about yourself. Sometimes your desk is like cluttered and that makes you have a cluttered mind. Clean up your desk. Go organize that messy marker drawer or whatever it is that you have. Organize something, clean something. It can be clean your desk, clean your room, clean your whole house. It doesn't sound like fun, but it'll get your mind off of it and kind of reset you in a way, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It works for me. Another thing a lot of people swear by, I don't personally do this, but exercise. I will go out and take a walk and just get some fresh air. That helps. I don't do the whole going to the gym thing. That's just not me. But get some fresh air, go out in the sunshine, go to a park, go to the beach, just step away. Another thing that I like to do is go and buy myself a favorite snack, just kind of indulge a little bit. Get yourself a big bowl of popcorn or a scoop of ice cream or, something small, but something that will help you feel like, oh, okay, I'm in a good mental place. It'll cheer you up a little bit, Step away from your art and reset your mind. Take care of yourself. That's what I'm getting at here. Now here at step 3, think positive. Change your perspective of how you're thinking about yourself. If you think I'm a crap artist, change that. Say, look at some of your old art. This is where I used to be. This is where I'm at now. Give yourself compliments. And don't just be like, wow, you're really good at messing this up. I'm one of those people that will really beat myself up over being discouraged or something. I'll jump in with a discouragement. Yeah, you're a piece of crap. Yeah, you can't do anything right. And that's not healthy, obviously. So you need to be honest and compliment yourself. Find something that you do like about your art and say, yeah, that is good. That's something that I can do. That's something that I'm good at. That's something that I love to do. Give yourself compliments. One of the things that really encourages me to think positively and kind of change my perspective is a verse in the Bible. Proverbs 23:18 says, "There really is hope for you in days to come, so your hope will not be cut off." And that's just something that really encourages me to look ahead and think forward, to not just be stuck where I'm at and get discouraged in that. So, yeah. Number 4. Don't focus on your current circumstances. That goes back to what I was just talking about. Don't focus on what you're stuck in now. You've faced it before and you're willing to fight it, but now don't just sit in your circumstances and be like, yep, this is where I'm at. It sucks. No, move yourself forward. Focus on something good. Focus on the future. Focus on, what your hopes and dreams are. Your future is not bleak. You can be looking at it right now and saying, well, yeah, my future really is bleak because look at where I'm at now. But that's still, your perspective is still on the current circumstances. If you look at your dreams, say you want to be an animator. Believe that you're going to be an animator. Say, that's my future. I'm going to be an animator. And look forward to that. Don't look at where you are now and say, oh, because of where I'm at now, I'm never going to amount to anything. Look forward and believe that you can achieve that. So your future is not bleak. Your future hasn't happened yet. You can change the way that your future is going to be just by how you think and how you act in the present based on what you think. One of my favorite books is, I guess, a digital book by Stephen McCraney called Brick by Brick. And one of the things he says in his book is to plan backwards and live forwards. Basically, that means you have your goal, you have your dream ahead of you. So take step backwards from that all the way back to where you are now. So that way you have a plan. You can see clearly what your steps are. If you work backwards from your goal, it makes it easier to figure out what your first step or what your next step is going to be, and then you can take that step. I'm going to go back to the Bible again. It's something that I go to. It's just, this is going to be the last verse that I use in this whole thing. But I do feel it's important. Even if you don't read the Bible or you don't believe in the Bible, there are some good points in here that can help you fight discouragement. So this one is 2 Corinthians 4:18, and it says, "We fix our eyes on not what we see, but on what we don't see, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." So if you're focusing on what you see, that's your current circumstances, yeah, it's going to discourage you because you're not where you want to be yet. Focus on what you don't see yet, your future. Focus on that thing ahead of you. It hasn't happened yet, but if you focus on that and that is your goal and you work towards it, that's something that you can achieve. You can do it. You've got to shift your focus. And we're at step 5, which is do small things. Say you're trying to learn how to draw people. That's something that I've been personally struggling with lately, is I've been trying to draw people and I can't get them to look right. So I'm, step back and do small things. Today, I'm going to learn how to draw eyes. Or today, I'm going to learn how to draw how fingernails fit on fingers. Focus in on something small and do that thing. And that's another one of the things that Stephen McCraney talks about is do small things. Beautiful buildings are built small pieces at a time. So if you do a lot of little small things, it can add up to something great. And that's a good way to learn, is just to do one little tiny piece at a time. Or instead of learning something new and challenging yourself in a small way, do something that you already know. If you're comfortable with drawing cool outfits, draw some cool outfits. Draw them in a way that you do know, and draw them in a way that's new to you. Like, say you're used to drawing really cool outfits and you like fashion design, and you draw them normally with pencil. Try and grab some crayons. It's something different. It'll get you out of your comfort zone. It'll get you out of a rut to do something that you know in a different way. Or you can do something totally wacky. Take some glitter glue and smudge some on a canvas and try and make something fun and silly out of that. Just really break free of that rut that you've got your mind stuck in. That discouragement will keep you there. So you need to do something totally out of the ordinary to kind of break out of that. Step 6 is taken directly from Miss Frizzle of the Magic School Bus, is take chances, get messy, and make mistakes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Be okay with messing up. That's how you learn. If you've got something that you're trying to learn and you're trying to work on and nothing's working, or even if you're drawing something that you've drawn 1.5 million times and, oh gosh, I'm messing it up so bad lately, be okay with that. Let yourself make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect 100% of the time. If you're making mistakes and you don't want anybody to see that, that's fine. You don't have to show anybody. But just allow yourself the freedom to make mistakes. After you've made your mistakes, because that's going to happen, people make mistakes, don't sit in there and be like, crap, now what am I going to do? Pick up your pencil and you try again. You always try again. You mess something up, fix it. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of your art career. It's not the end of anything, really. It's just a little bump in the road, and you are strong enough to overcome it. You can do it. Also, stretch yourself. Stretch your imagination. Stretch your abilities. Again, back at the take chances thing. Do something that you haven't done in a long time, or something that you haven't done at all, and just go for it. If you mess it up, that's fine. You can do it again. Do something that will stretch you. That's another way that you learn, is to get uncomfortable. Step 7 is one that people don't generally like. I don't personally like it too much. It means hard work. Step 7 is study. Just like when you were in school, you would study, your spelling words or your science or whatever it is that you would study. You had to study to get better at whatever it is that you were learning. Here, if you're discouraged with your art and you're learning art, you have to study it. If you're in this kind of a rut, this discouraged place, go back and study something that you have studied before or you haven't studied before. It doesn't matter. Just go back and study. You can reference real life. Go and check out other artists, your favorite artists on Instagram, YouTube, DeviantArt, whatever it is that you follow your favorite artists on, Tumblr, whatever. Go to their art and look at their sketches, their what they call their crappy stuff. Go look at that stuff and study their lines and the way that they do things. It's a really good way to learn how other artists work and how their brain sees different subjects and how they interpret it into their art. Don't copy them, but you can study from them, you can learn from them. You have to be careful of that though, because that can get discouraging in and of itself. Studying your favorite artists and being like, oh my gosh, they're amazing. Don't compare yourself. Don't compare where you're at to where they are at. There are always going to be people who are better than you. There are always going to be people who are worse than you. You are on your own art journey. You are doing your own art and your own thing. And honestly, there's no one who can create art like you can. So don't compare yourself to anybody else. People who are better than you, people who are worse than you. Just you do your art and you do it the way that you do it. And that's all that anybody could ever ask of you. Going right along with studying is practicing. That's another word that people don't like, I've noticed. You can be going and studying pictures and references and flipping through great art that you find on Instagram, and all that is great, but you're going to have to pick up your own pencil and practice on your own. That's what's going to train your brain and your hand to work together to get to the point where you want to be art-wise. Just don't ever stop drawing. Always pick up your pencil, always pick up your stylus, whatever it is that you use to draw. Keep practicing. That's how you learn, that's how you improve. And practice what you're looking at. Practice drawing what you see, what you're referencing, what you're studying. And that'll definitely help you in leaps and bounds to improve. Now we're at step 8, which is draw what you want. What do you like? Do you like to draw animals? Draw animals. Do you like to draw landscapes? Draw landscapes. Do you like to paint traditionally? You paint traditionally. You know, it doesn't matter what other people say that you should or shouldn't do. You draw what you like, and you'll always enjoy it, no matter what. Years down the road, you won't look back and regret, oh man, I wish I wasn't pressured into drawing this. Now I'm stuck in it, and I don't really like it. I kind of hate art now. You know, hey, that's something that can happen, so you want to be careful of that. And to avoid that, you just draw what you like. There are always going to be people who like what you like, and there are always going to be people who don't like it. So don't be pressured to draw what your fans expect you to draw. Don't be pressured to create something just because you've always been in a fandom and now you're kind of over it. Don't be pressured to stay in that fandom just because you've always been there. If you like something else, move on. Draw that something else. Don't be pressured to draw something just because it's popular. Don't be pressured to draw something just because it makes money. That's a big one. I know a lot of people would jump on bandwagons. I've personally been guilty of this. I'm sure a lot of people do this too. But hey, so-and-so is making a lot of money of this. I had better get on that because I want to start making money too. I've got bills to pay, or whatever your excuse is. Don't sell out. Still keep on making what you like, drawing what you like. And if you like drawing something that makes money, hey, that's, even better. You love it and you're making money. So that's great. But don't sell out just because it's making money. Almost at the end here, we're at step 9, which I call Don't Worry, Be Happy. I noticed that when I worry about, oh my gosh, what are people going to think of this piece of art? What if nobody likes it? What if people hate me because I'm speaking my mind? What if, and I go into all these what ifs and I start to worry. That squishes my creativity dead like a bug. Nothing kills it faster, I've noticed, at least for me, than worry. I sometimes will get worried about popularity. How am I going to get more attention on my art? How am I going to get to be like such and such an artist who has 50 trillion followers or whatever? How am I going to get to that point? If I just start freaking out and worrying, I don't create anything. It freezes me up, and then I don't move forward. So don't worry, be happy. And finally, step number 10 is just relax. You've taken care of yourself, you've got on some clean clothes, you've got a nice clean desk, you're not worried about what people are going to think, you're starting to draw what you like, you've studied, you're in a good place. Just relax. Let your art flow out of you. Loosen up, take a deep breath, relax. Say, hey, I can do this. This is art. This is something that I do. I am an artist. Tell yourself that you are an artist. Yeah, pause this video right now and say, I'm an artist. Do it. Welcome back. So, yes, relax. You're an artist. There's nothing to worry about. You don't have to compare yourself to anybody else. You've got this, and have fun. So that was it. I really hope that these 10 steps have helped you if you're in kind of a discouraged place. Sorry if I kind of rambled. I'm not super used to doing this kind of video, but I felt like it was important. It's a place where I'm at, and I was hoping that it would help somebody else also. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you did like it. If you didn't, that's fine too. And I will see you next week with another art video. Bye!